Hello everyone, welcome you all in Learners Academy. This video is for class 10th, subject science, chapter number 11, electricity. In the previous lecture, I had learnt you about some basic phenomena like introduction of electricity and about charges. Now we will discuss some more new topics. Before going on the new topics, first we will take a quick revision on the previous articles. Our first topic was electricity. What do you mean by electricity? Electricity is the branch of physics in which we study about charges. Now, what do you mean by charge? Charge is the intrinsic property of a body through which it can attract or repel another object. It is represented by a English letter capital Q. Its value is 1.6 into 10 raised to power minus 19 coulomb. Coulomb is the SI unit of charge and its CGS unit is stat coulomb. Charge is a scalar quantity, means it has only magnitude, no direction. Charge is divided into two types. First one is the positive charge and another one is the negative charge. According to the property of these positive and negative, positive like charges means like charges positive and negative repel each other, and unlike charges means one positive charge and another negative charge will attract each other. This is the property of these charge. What do you mean by electricity? Electricity is divided into two types. First one is static electricity. Static electricity is the branch of electricity in which we study about those charges which are at rest position. Static means rest. I already gave you the example of static electricity is the plastic comb. How plastic comb will attract the bits of paper while rubbing it with dry hairs. While in case of current electricity, this is the branch of electricity in which we study about those charges which are in motion. In 10th standard, we have to concentrate our study on the current electricity. Now, what do you mean by substance? Substance is a kind of matter. We know that in some substances, the electric charge can easily flow, while on the other hand, they cannot flow. So, all the substances can be divided into two categories. First one is the conductor, in which electric charge or electricity can easily flow, whereas in case of insulators, electric charge or current cannot flow. And the examples of current conductors are all the metals are good conductor of electricity, all alloys, even human being is also considered as a conductor. In case of insulators, we know that electricity cannot pass through insulator, and those devices are rubber, paper, wood, etc. are some insulators. Now the question arises, why some substances are conductor whereas others are insulator? And the another similar question is, why metals are called the good conductor of electricity? The reason of both these questions I will explain below. The main reason for both these questions is based on the size. We know that metals are generally large as compared to non-metal. I will briefly explain it with the help of atomic structure. As we know that the size of the metal is large, so there are more number of shells. And due to this, the force of attraction of nucleus towards the outermost shell electron is weak. So even a small force or even at room temperature is required condition to remove the electron from the outermost shell. While in case of non-metal, there is a strong force of attraction of nucleus to all the shell's electron. All the electrons which are revolving in different shells are tightly bound with nucleus, so there is no possibility to remove the electron from the shell. We can also understand it with the help of a metal and a non-metal. Firstly, we will consider a metal. We can easily see that electron is easily ejected from the atom, from the parent atom. Means the detached or the the detached electron is known as the free electron. There are more number of free electrons which are detached from the parent's atom are known as the metal, whereas in case of non-metal one cannot easily see any electron, any free electron, so they will not conduct electricity. In case of non-metal, non-metal is a type of insulator because there are no free electrons and current cannot be conducted and current cannot be passed through the non-metal. While in case of metal, due to the presence of more free electrons, they are easily flow anywhere and go anywhere, so they can conduct electricity. So in case of metal, electricity can easily be generated and hence metals can conduct electricity, whereas non-metals cannot conduct electricity. The another similar question is, at what condition we can say any object to be a good conductor? The necessary condition to say a metal or a object to be a good conductor, it should have some free charge carriers. Charge carrier may be ions in the form of positive or negative, protons and electrons. Now we will move further on the topic electric current. What do you mean by electric current? This is also based upon the charge. If the electric current is defined as the rate of flow of charge. Rate means speed. It is directly related with the speed of charged particles. Electric current is represented by a letter capital I, and the formula of electric current is electric current is equal to charge upon time. Electric current is represented by capital I, charge is represented by capital Q, and time is T. Its SI unit is ampere. Now question is, define 1 ampere. Current 1 ampere, charge is measured in coulomb, so it is written as 1 coulomb. Time is measured in second, so 1 second. Now the definition of 1 ampere is, current is said to be 1 ampere when a charge of 1 coulomb is passed through a circuit for 1 second. Current can be easily measured with the help of a device known as the ammeter. The symbol of ammeter is ammeter plus positive and negative sign. It is always connected in series with the circuit as shown in figure. Here is a symbol of bulb. Bulb is connected with ammeter in series, and this is the cell, where positive part of the cell is connected with the positive part of the ammeter, and the negative terminal of the cell is connected with the negative terminal of the ammeter. We can also measure current with the help of smallest unit of current is milliampere and microampere. Milliampere and microampere. It is denoted by small ma, and microampere is represented by micro sign and ampere. 1 milliampere is 10 raised to power minus 3 ampere, and 1 microampere is 10 raised to power minus 6 ampere. What do you mean by, now the next topic is, what do you mean by electric potential and potential difference? It is defined as the amount of work is done in moving a unit positive charge from infinity to that point, means in the field of electric field. any amount of work is to be done in moving a positive charge from infinity to that point, means in the field of electricity, in the electric field. On the another side, potential difference, the amount of work done in bringing a unit positive charge from one point to another point. The main difference of both these definition is, first one is charge is taken from infinity to that point, and on the another case charge is taken from one point to other point. And the formula of potential difference is the ratio of work done per unit charge. Potential difference is represented by a letter capital V. Work done is W, charge is Q. The SI unit of electric potential or electric potential difference is volt. Define 1 volt. 1 volt, work is measured in joules and charge is measured in 1 coulomb. And the symbol of volt is volt, positive and negative sign. Electric potential is said to be 1 volt when a work of 1 joule is done in bringing a charge of 1 coulomb from one point to another point. This is the definition of 1 volt. We can measure potential difference with the help of voltmeter, and voltmeter is always connected in parallel with any device. Thank you very much, and the next part of this chapter we will discuss further. Thank you.